I've been getting a whole bunch of confused comments on my recent project that was just a random screenshot of the Scratch website. At first, they were all people not understanding the point of the project, but then they started to get kind of hostile and hateful, calling me lazy and trying to boost my own ego. The reason I haven't said anything about it was because someone made a good point. Scratch Team would take down the project for a different reason than what I was testing. So I deleted the comment I made about what the project was about so no one would know what was going on. What exactly was I testing though? I had 2 projects taken down in 1 week and about 1 to 2 warnings a day. It was kind of scary, so I was emailing Scratch Team while I was getting warnings that were kind of random. As you'll see later, I got one saying I was posting things too intense for kids ages 8 and up, when it was just a project with red circles on a screenshot. The first email I sent was about the first project of the week being taken down, being the collab I was doing with someone. That I was taken down for not giving credit even though I gave credit 3 times in the project. The thumbnail, the notes and credits, and the title. Scratch Team answered with, "I see you were able to reshare the project, so no further action needs to be taken." I felt kind of frustrated at this answer because your warnings and takedowns do add up to a block if you get enough, so I was worried that this mistake warning would count towards the block even though I did nothing wrong. The second takedown was of the project I had where I circled all the places I had given credit to this person. When I emailed them, they answered with, "Thanks for the message. I'm afraid we can't control what happens on other websites. We can only monitor what happens on the Scratch website. If this involves something that happened away from Scratch, we recommend you speak about the issue with your parent, teacher, or someone else you trust." Unsurprisingly, I asked them why they thought this project was outside Scratch. By the way, this was the time I should point out that this is written proof that this video can't be the reason I'm blocked or warned. Just gonna let that sit there for a second. They corrected themselves and said that the reason they removed the project was because I was stirring up drama by mentioning another scratcher by giving credit for their art and animation. This was super confusing because now I'm thinking if I give credit, I'll be warned for calling out another scratcher. But if I don't credit, or even if I do like the collab project, I'll be warned for not giving credit. This was a conflicting loop. I made a project about this in order to talk about it in a discussion post because, again, I'm super confused and I don't want to get banned unintentionally, but soon after, that got taken down too. The message was, "Help keep the site friendly. The Scratch Team has removed this project because it is inappropriate for the Scratch website. Scratch is for kids ages 8 and up, and some subjects are too intense for a service used by young children. Please ensure your project, text, labels, images, audio, lyrics, and notes are friendly and appropriate for all ages. Please follow the community guidelines when using Scratch." Now I was starting to think there's a bot behind all of this, because what about stuffed rabbits and red circles were too intense for 8-year-olds? Don't really young children like stuffed animals and shapes? Also about the music. This project didn't have the original music from the collab, but even in the collab, the song was "Nothing Like Us" by Justin Bieber, but it was covered by what is his name? Jungkook. Yeah, so it wasn't even inappropriate or anything. Like, I was really confused. Again, they replied that I was calling out another scratcher and that it wasn't okay. Then I got another warning about a project that was taken down in 2016, 7 years ago, that my account may be blocked if I reshared it. This was terrifying to me. Firstly, because this project was unshared for 7 years, and I was getting a warning about an unshared project again, and because Scratch Team was now threatening to ban me. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong, and whatever I'm doing, I'm not doing intentionally. I'm afraid to post anything on Scratch because the idea of logging in after school one day and being greeted with that ban page. To avoid this, I'm going to do what they say and ask them about any project from now on before I share it, just to avoid getting banned for something I didn't realize I was doing. But anyway, the test project. The common trope that kept being brought up was that I was calling out scratchers and that most of these projects had screenshots. So I wanted to see if Scratch Team was just being super biased against me. I took a screenshot of the discussion page with a bunch of usernames and posted it as is. No description, nothing in the title, no comments. People were starting to argue in the comments and say kind of hurtful things, but I'm still waiting to see if the comments do escalate. Will Scratch Team take the project down? Will Scratch Team warn the people who are making the rude comments, or will I be punished or even banned for posting a harmless picture? This is what the test is about.